In continuation with the video lectures, this is next in line, the streams of migration. In this, we are going to understand what are streams of migration, the types of the migration, and how they do occur. The streams of migration can be said as can be defined as the patterns of the migration or the waves of the migration which a particular section of the migrating population is following. The trends of the streams are actually gives us the idea regarding the demography which will be changed when the people will be moving from one place to another, and why do these demographic changes are taking place, or why these trends are taking place. That we have going to study. On the basis of these streams or the trends or the waves of migration, there are four types of migration or streams of migration, and these are: number one, rural to rural to urban, urban to urban, and urban to rural. So let's now understand each one of them in detail. The first one is rural to rural. This is the most common type of migration, and reason predominantly is the economic ones. In the remote areas of the country where agriculture isn't developed or is backward, the landless farm labor migrate to the nearby big villages to work either on the fields, or they work in the developmental sites. Women also are part of this thing, but they are in very small proportion. Women migration is basically due to marriage only. One of the striking features of this stream is that the social cultural differences or the caste prejudices also form a basis for the rural to rural migration, where in certain areas the caste differences is so rigid that the entire community of the village is uprooted from its roots, and they shift or migrate to some another area. This stream is basically intrastate migration. The next in line is the rural to urban migration. The second stream is predominantly interstate migration, because people will migrate to big urban centers for better life prospects or earning opportunities. It is a stream which has selective migrating trend, that is mostly male population migrate in search of job or livelihood. Skilled, unskilled, semi-skilled, all migrate to big cities as they offer lots of earning opportunities in service and or a secondary sector. Landless farm labor also migrate in this stream to work either on the farms or casual laborers, but that particular section of population is either migrating seasonally, or they are forced to move due to high demand of labor in the big urban cities or big rural areas in the agriculture sector. The next in line is the urban to urban population. This wave of migration involves movement of the population from one city or town to a big urban agglomeration, for example like Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, etc. The reason is quite simple. The big urban centers offer much better public facilities, living conditions, educational opportunities, healthcare facilities, job prospects than a smaller town. The highly educated or skilled human resource which is required in urban agglomeration is actually provided by the small towns, which act as feeders for this, due as they have abundance of the highly skilled labor. The emergence of IT and IT-enabled services, the development of the secondary sector, and especially the tertiary of the service sector, is mainly concerned with the urban to urban migration. The last one is the urban to rural migration. Now, this is one of the unique features of the migration in the country, which is actually a recent phenomenon and can be attributed to the unplanned economic development, or you can say a wild unplanned urbanization which has taken place due to economic development. This is also a reverse migration, where population starts to move back to the rural area from the big urban agglomerations or the urban centers. The factors which which are responsible or make sure this type of migration are environmental degradation, lack of spaces, pollution, lack of peace and harmony, social structure going out of hands, etc. This stream is possible because it's also possible because the government is now paying more attention to develop the rural economy in the lines of the urban economy. The government is actually trying to make sure that there is no difference between the rural and the urban areas of the country in any terms, whether it's in environmental, whether it's infrastructural development, economic development, educational facilities, healthcare facilities. So that is why people have started to move back. The migrant labor has started to move back as they find work in the developmental projects near to their homes, which is more economically beneficial for them and their families. And one of the last but not the least feature is the actually selling of the rural background, the rural landscape as a tourism spot. People have started to book summer cottages or winter cottages, etc., in the rural hinterland, where they take break from their work, or they take their work there. They spend a certain amount of time, let's assume 2 to 3 months. They get refreshed and move back. So these are the reasons which has started this newest stream or wave of migration, which is known as urban to rural migration. In the next tutorial, we are going to understand about the spatial or the state-wise migration pattern in India, and how the enumerators in India take migration into the census of India, and the consequences of the migration on the population. Thank you.